Like a Doll's Eyes back with a review of the Band Without Fear, the Daredevil premium format. So, I've had quite a few Daredevils over the years. I had not quite a few, but I had the Sideshow Cinemaquette Daredevil, where he's on the tombstone. Very nice piece. Just didn't fall in love with it. Don't know why. He was looking down so much, you had to really have him up on a high shelf, I think, and that's one of the things that drove me nuts. And then I had the XM Daredevil. That piece, it looked great in videos. It looked great in a lot of people's pictures. In hand, it was just an awkward-looking piece, in my opinion. A lot of it had to do with that small head. I just had a hard time loving it. Not so with this new Sideshow piece. Oh, man, what a great job they did with this. I got to really step back here to get the whole thing in. Just a really, really well done, really classy piece here. I got the exclusive, and to me, I hate saying this, but to me it's an X or fail because I love the freaking X head on this. I didn't think I would. Thought I would go with the regular head for sure because the regular head had a little bit more of the TV series look, and I really like the TV series and everything. But this is the exclusive head's more comic book looking and a lot more detail, and I'll show that in a little bit here. So anyway, let's go on and talk about things here. So first things first, let's talk about the base. Base is fantastic. One of the classier bases that Sideshow's put out, or anything. XM, a lot of other companies are putting out like really large bases and everything, and that's cool. They look good, but they take up so much space. And this is a large base that really doesn't take up any space on your shelf, and that's nice. Not a real big footprint. So really, really, really classy looking, well done without being too big. Great details there. You can see that it looks like the wood's been broken off here. Really painted well, really well done, really well sculpted. The glass is kind of translucent, looks good. Really, no complaints here. I guess if I wanted to be real critical, it could be maybe painted a little better, more realistically. But that's being super picky. Onto the Daredevil himself. Now, a little bit of controversy. A lot of people didn't like the black that they put on the suit. First of all, in person, there is a red tint to it, a reddish-brown tint, no question. So it's not like really black. I wouldn't even minded it if it was really black. I said this on a site, and I got a little bit of grief about this, but Daredevil, I know in the comics he's completely black. I understand that. But they use the shading so much where, not completely black, I apologize, completely red. But they use the shading in such a way that, he always has, a lot of black look to him because of the shading. So to me, that doesn't make this look unnatural. Like the black looks like part of the outfit, even in the comic, because he's always got the black with the shading. The black and red, plus black and red just looks cool together. I don't know. I love the black on this. I have no problems with it. I think it's wonderful. Really well sculpted. Everything looks great. You can see here his boots, all the details with it being all tied up and everything. Got some shin guards here. A lot of people have a problem with that. That he's got actual armor, and again, I don't have an issue with it. Everything's so well sculpted. The meshing here, I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but the detail on the mesh, it looks like real meshing. It does not look sculpted, and to me, it's one of the highlights of this piece. It just looks really cool. You can see the stretching here and everything, and it just looks so cool. I love the meshing. It's one of the highlights. Here you can see where he keeps his batons. This is a little cheap looking, I will say. I don't know how they could have improved it. It looks a little plasticky to me in person. And I wish that this was more mixed media. It doesn't look completely sculpted, but I think some mixed media there would have really brought the piece to life a little more. But still looks good. Not really. That's a minor complaint. So going up here again, the meshing. So, oh man, let me see if I can get in there. I don't know if it's picking up well enough or not, but look at all that. it just looks so real, especially in person. And again, the camera makes it look black, and it's not. It's like a reddish brown. But you can see his rib cage, his rib muscles here and everything else. Just really, really, really well sculpted. This is a beautiful piece, everybody. If you're a Daredevil fan, and you're on the fence because you don't like the black, I'm telling you, man, this is a beautiful piece in person. If you can't get past the black, then it is what it is. But I don't have an issue with it. Never did, so just to let you know that. I always thought it looked good, so... let's see here. There we go. Just again, the meshing's great. The belt is a little, it's an okay belt. Nothing great, nothing bad. Just kind of, again, almost like mixed media might have helped a little bit, just to make it stand out a little more. Way better than the XM belt. One of the things I hated about the XM piece was not only where his batons were, but where his belt was. It looked like porcelain. It looked like a big porcelain piece. That was one of the things I really didn't like about the piece. Not bad mouthing XM. I own an XM piece. I've owned a couple XM pieces. I haven't had any of the newer ones, and it really looks like they've upped their game as of late. So I'm not bad mouthing XM, just to let everybody know that. In fact, I'm going to be doing an XM piece after this. So his double Ds look great. Daredevil looks absolutely fantastic. Really, really well done. Great sculpting on his arms. He's not too big. He's an athletic man under there. His back, phenomenal. No complaints whatsoever. Everything looks cool, man. I mean, it's a really, really, really great piece. Again, some of the armor. And I can see why people maybe aren't into the armor and everything, but it really doesn't bother me at all. Again, I read the comics a little bit, but I'm probably a bigger fan of the TV show than I am of the comics, so it's kind of got that TV show look to it. But I can see why people, might complain a little bit there. All right, so now we're on to the X-Head, which to me is fantastic. Like I said, it's a X or fail, just for me. Not saying this for everybody, but I love the head on this. Now, one of the things that I don't know if the camera's picking up, but looks so awesome in person, is the way they painted the eyes. If the light catches them right, they look like they're glowing. So it's a really cool effect that they got there. So I love this head sculpt. I think it's really well done. I love the mask on this piece, and that's the cowl. And that's what ends up making me enjoy this piece, the X, more than the regular. I like that there is more of a expression on his face than the kind of plain just looking off in the distance. And then there's so much more detail with the frown and everything that this piece kind of looks kind of basic, even though it's got more detail as far as armor goes and everything. Just if you look at just head to head, this is just very bland all around, from the face to the cowl itself. And this one has a lot of character, and that's why I like the X the best. And again, if you like the regular, there's nothing wrong with it. It's well done. I just think that the X on this looks fantastic. This is a perfect Daredevil piece in my opinion. For me, again, I like the black. If you don't like the black, then I can see it not being a perfect Daredevil piece for you. But I love it, and I think that most people have gotten this have loved it and have had no real complaints. Seems to be pretty good quality control going on with this piece too. There haven't been too many things breaking or anything. I didn't talk about his clubs at all, so his clubs are well done here. Let's see if I can get focused. And his gloves, the gloves are actually, again, I love anything that has meshing in it looks so good in person. So I love that. Love that he's got the armor on the knuckles. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know. I like that they're kind of a little bit updated of a classic thing. It's not, but I understand if people want comic accurate. I get it. Doesn't bother me so much. But I like the fact that they give you this kind of cord here. Just, again, brings the piece to life. Gives it a little extra oomph to it. Again, great piece. Everything about it looks good, especially straight on. If there's an angle that I'm not in love with, and I never pose, maybe that's a little awkward, but it's not bad, especially in person. Looking at him, like, I don't know what my complaint is. I remember the original pictures, I thought it looked awkward from there, but looking at it this way, I'm like, nah, it looks fine. Looks fine. Great piece, guys. This is a great piece. I'm really happy with this piece. I was pulling it out of the box. I was like kind of wowed. I've had it for over a month now, and looks great. Looks great with the Iron Studios Punisher. Which, sorry everybody, that's the Punisher to own, man. I know there's people like that Sideshow one. that Iron Studios Punisher, if you get one without any issues, and I'll admit that ended up being a problem and kind of ruined the fun of that piece first coming out. But if you get a piece without any problems, man, it's perfect. And it's my favorite. I think it's the most detailed statue I have is that Punisher statue. I've been collecting for 10 years. I think I said this in my review. I've been collecting for 10 years. I'm blown away by the detail on that piece. And there's just so much going on with that piece. And it's one of my it's really one of my probably top 5 statues I've owned over the years. So anyway, this piece turned out great. No complaints. It's kind of going out again on my, I'm done anyway. So, guys, if you're on the fence, get this piece. I think the exclusive's still available on Sideshow site, so I don't know why you wouldn't be getting it. So go get it. If not, and you want to wait and look for a cheaper one, there's nothing wrong with the regular head either. If I can get that, where is it? There we go. If you can get the regular head, there's nothing wrong with this piece either. I'm just not as in love with it. As the exclusive. And I didn't expect that. I thought I would be displaying it with this. I wasn't sure I'd like the snarling face or anything like that, but I really like it. So, alright guys, Daredevil, Sideshow Collectibles Premium Format. Go get it. Talk to you later. Bye.